Hi everyone, Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench. Welcome back. Pack 26 now of the Hachette Lancaster Bomber B.III Dambuster. So we've got our undercarriage built up, as you can see here, from pack 25. So it's all going to be retracting and working and lovely and everything. So now we've got in here, I believe we've got some more undercarriage parts. But first of all, as usual, we'll have a look at the magazine. If you want to join in and build one of these with me, you can go to the QR code on the screen now, or look at the website listed across the bottom of that screen and get yourself subscribed. People are telling me that the first packs are out of stock. They will probably come back into stock, or you'll be able to get them on eBay and stuff like that. So pack 26, as usual, we'll have a look at the magazine and see what great information they've got in here. So as usual, the magazine starts off with this part's contents. We've got all the information here about contacting Hachette and everything, and talking about what's actually in the magazine itself. So you can see we've got the assembly instructions, so we're going to be adding the undercarriage into this undercarriage bay. So that's all going to be interesting. See all the build going together there. Grand Slam, great subject. This is something I'm very interested in. So Grand Slam was the largest bomb ever used in World War II and could be delivered only by specially adapted Lancaster bombers. There are images of a B-29 carrying Grand Slam, but whether it was doctored or not, I don't know. But there's lots and lots of opinions on it. There's lots of videos about it. So, but yeah, the earthquake bomb. It was designed to penetrate the ground and then explode. So it was amazing, amazing bloody thing. Once again, designed by Barnes Wallis. And then James Ginger Lacey. I used to have a manager called Simon Lacey. Ginger Lacey returns to the cockpit of a Hurricane in September '86. This time to promote a Royal Mail stamp issue featuring Hugh Dowding, the Chief of Fighter Command during the Battle of Britain. Very nice. There's James Harry Ginger Lacey, foreground wearing a silk scarf, was a British RAF fighter pilot during the Battle of Britain in 1940. There we go. He was born in Wetherby, Yorkshire, and he was posted to India in 1943-45. Makes his last kill a Japanese fighter on the 19th of February 1945. So there we go. Right, let's have a look at what's in here. So we have, it says starboard wheel. I do think it's a wheel. It doesn't look much like a wheel to me. The undercarriage assembly is attached to the starboard undercarriage wheel bay. So we've got, that's a plastic wheel bay there. We've got some bags of bits. Box can go in the recycling. So we've got some screws here. Some metal screws. So we're going to be doing some thread cutting. We've got some more metal pins. We've got some plastic screws there. Some little brackets. And then we've got a bag of bits here. So what have we got in here? We have a couple of ends. We have a gear. We have what's 26B. A shock absorber. Okay. Funniest looking shock absorber I've ever seen, I've got to be honest. So we've got some pins there and some bits and pieces. Right, so everything's there. We've got screws, CM screws. It's saying CM screws and we've got EM screws. I'm hoping that's a misprint and I'm hoping these are the correct screws. So CM screws. 5 PWM screws. So we've got EM on here, we've got PWM here, and we've got CM there. So what are they? It's not telling us what size they are, so I'm going to have to measure one. They're clearly metal screws. May as well leave one in the bag because it's a spare anyway. I'm going to grab my calipers and then I'll be able to tell you what size they are in case you don't have the means of measuring. Let's get this light on because we're building. So we're going to measure this thread. Remember guys, if you're using these when you measure threads, don't use the ends because they'll go into the threads and give you a false reading. Use the flat part. 1.97, so these are M2. Okay, so we're going to have to use an M2 tap and cut our threads, unless of course they're already cut. And then we've got the CP screws there, and we've got everything else is all here and correct. So that's good. So we could get these little bags open, which are always a nightmare. Just like so. There's something rumbling again. I'm making all these videos on the same day, guys. So don't think my stomach rumbles every minute of the day. It's all at the same time. Right. Get our CP screws out. You only want two, we'll leave one in the bag. on. Oh dear, this is great filming, isn't it? Right, there's all our parts out. Okay, I just actually said I'd edit the film then because I just said, oh, these effing bags. Right, so we're going to take one of these parts here. This is part 26D. Take one of the hydraulic units 26C and a joint 26D. Fit the two flanges together, and they're going to put a pin through. So I'm going to grab a pin by its splined end. See if I can just get it to rest in that hole. Is it tighter on that side? Yes, it is slightly, so it'll probably stay there. And then we can put that into there. Now this is all plastic, guys, so be careful. You don't want to be forcing anything, because if you start pinching it and the holes aren't aligned, you will be able to push the pin through the plastic. So what we're doing there, just put that through there, and then we're going to repeat again. So we're going to grab the pin, grab it by its splined end, place the pin in the hole, find the tighter side. Yeah, that's the tighter side. So that will then stay there, and then I can push this in and then push the pin through with my fingers. What I'm saying is, if you don't push the pin through with your fingers, if it doesn't go easily and you force it through, you will damage your model, so be very, very careful. Okay, so that's them gone in there. Remember, these are handed, so they're going to go a certain way. Right, so repeat with the second one. We've done that. So now we're going to use CM screws, and that is actually where the screw is going to go. So this is very shallow. So let's have a look at tapping a thread. Okay, so I've got my M2 tap in the little pin vise. I can just stick it in there. And just one turn forward, half a turn back. We're only going to get a little bit of a start on it anyway. So if you don't have taps, don't worry about it. You can just put a drop of oil on the end of the screw, but I don't like doing that. And then we're going to be putting 2 screws into those arms as well, I believe. Yes, so what we're going to do while we've got the tap out, we'll do these at the same time. Just like that. And then one there. Just like that. We'll get rid of the swarf. Put our tap away back in this little tap wrench. Back in this box of taps and dies. Put that over there out of the way. Put the pin vise away. Job done. Right, so now we're good to go. So what we've got to do is grab this, fit the joints into shaped holes in the shock absorber 26B. I don't know why they're calling this a shock absorber. It's a bulkhead. So we've got this way round. So we've got the tall side up, small side down, this flange facing back, and then obviously these are like keyholes, and they're keyed, so they only go in one way. All right, and then we're going to take a CM screw, or whatever it is, PWM, CM, EM, whatever it is. Screw that into there. That's gone in nice and easy. Do the same on the other side. I'm going to get the screw on the screwdriver ready. And then that can go into there like that. Hold that in place. Just pop the screw in. There we go. Oops. Just check they're nicely snug. What's happening here? We've cut the threads, but the screws bottomed out because the thread is sort of, what we've done, we've sort of cut the end of the tap, doesn't have threads right to the end. So what we've done is cut the first couple of threads, and the screw is just going into the uncut part. So we're just cutting the thread in the last little bit. And what you could do when the screw's tight, just feel that the part is actually firm, because the screw feels tight and the part's moving around, it's not done up. So that's the way to do it. Right. So coming over here, we are going to fit. We're going to take our main undercarriage bay this way up, and we're going to fit this bracket into here, this way up, Alright, so that's going to go in like that. And then we're going to take our CP screws. Just got to remember, just put one in first of all. And put one in. That. There we go. And they're going in very easy, so be careful not to over tighten them, guys. You don't want to be stripping these threads out. There we go. Okay, so that's those in there. And then we are going to that's not even tightened up. That's weird. Those screws feel very strange. Like they're going to be easy to strip. Those holes. Oh, I can see what I've done here. Idiot. This is from not reading the instructions properly, you see. I hope I haven't stripped the holes out of these now. What you're supposed to do is put this in the other way. So I may just need to find some bigger screws, that'll be okay. So that's going to go in like that. Okay, and then we're going to turn it over. I'm going to take these screws and screw them in that way round. Yeah, I've messed up here, guys, so I'm going to have to find some slightly bigger screws and screw them in with that because they're because I've messed up. Not Hachette's fault. It's my fault for not reading the instructions properly. So let me just find some slightly bigger screws and we'll go from there. Okay, the Mustang came to the rescue. I found a couple of screws from the Mustang model, so a couple of spare screws from that. So don't make the same mistake as me. I just messed up there. So that's from not reading the instructions. So I didn't do that. It turned the undercarriage bay over. I should have spotted that, but I didn't. I just carried on tightening the screws and stripped the threads out. So take the undercarriage assembly from the previous issue and position it as shown over the undercarriage bay. The two bars and the struts 25A fit in the hydraulic units. At the same time, the joints 25C on the ends of the support bars fit into the shaped holes in part 26B. Note that in this diagram, the tabs on the joints 25C are pointing upwards. Don't quite know what they mean there, but there we go. So here we have the, okay, the tabs are, yeah, what they're saying is these tabs are pointing upwards. Well, you can't put it in the wrong way round, so don't worry about that. So these two, it's going to be quite awkward, I think, because they're going to have to go in together. So what we'll do is we'll get all this out of the way. So those two are going to go in, one like that, one like that. God, this is awkward. This is bloody awkward. Grab a screw. I should have got a screw on the screwdriver beforehand. Oh, come on. Right. Let's just pull that way to the touch. We'll get a screw ready this time on the end of the screwdriver. I think now we'll be able to get this one in. Yes. And they've thoughtfully put two little recesses there for the screwdriver to go into, which is good of them. Give those a good snug pull down. Remember, these are moving parts, guys, so they need to be nice and snug. So that's going to come up like that. Oh, okay, I'm going to have to take it apart again because I should have put those, I thought I could put them in afterwards, but I can't. This is just mistake after mistake, this video, and it just shows that mistakes are easily made. It's all just very awkward because it's all just flopping about. Right, so we'll put this down on the bench this time. Put that into there. Screw that in again, and then we'll put that, well, that one's gone in there on its own, look. So we can put that screw into there. Do that one up. There we go, that's it, all done. So that's our undercarriage. No doubt that's going to go in there, I'm guessing. So that'll be going up like that. Right, so that's that bit done. What's next? Okay, now it's telling us to take the cog 26E and fit it on the top of the end of the bar at the top of the shock absorber struts 24A. Do not use any glue as the cog will be held in place securely at a later stage. So what it's asking us to do is put this gear onto there, and there's no sort of right or wrong way by the look of it. It looks like it's symmetrical. So that's going to go on like that. And then that's it, finished. I'm really enjoying this build, but there's one thing I don't understand. Why do they do things like this? Why do they tell us to fit that cog that falls off as soon as you turn it over? Why don't they tell us to fit it when it's ready to be fixed into place? Because what's going to happen is people are going to do this, their wife or their friend or their partner is going to come along, move it off the bench, that's going on the floor, it's gone forever, isn't it? Don't leave that on there. Put it in your box of bits, guys. As I said, I've got this box with all my bits and pieces in. That's got all the little bits and pieces. So if I need a small part that I've lost, I know it's going to be in there. Such as, where is it? We've got this tiny little piece here that they gave us way back and beyond, and that's for the propeller shaft. So there we go. So that's that. So that has been part 26, or pack 26, and as you can see, we've got our undercarriage all come together nicely. As I say, that's going to go up in there, and then we're going to have a motor driving that gear, and that's going to pull that up like that. So it's going to go like that. It's going to be down and then up like that. So I don't think, because this is a model on a stand, and they haven't had to put any sort of locking mechanism in there. So if you do have this on its wheels, I don't think it will stay up, because basically what they should do is these should lock. These joints here should lock to keep those struts. In fact, what they do when the aircraft are being worked on, if you look at Just Jane when she's being worked on, they've generally got a red strut in there, which Hong Kong models have moulded into their model. It shouldn't be there. It's a support strut for maintenance. So it's going to be, it's great to have a working undercarriage, but it's going to be for in-flight only. It's just going to hang. It's not going to be able to put your plane on it. So but very, very nice. Very nicely done indeed. I said I was going to paint it. I may just leave it as it is, to be honest. But, I'll probably do the wheels, but we shall see. But, we can always do them both together when we do the other side as well. So as I say, there won't be any revisited videos for a short while because there's nothing I want to revisit at the moment. So that said and done, I will say thank you for watching. This has been pack 26. Don't forget to hit that subscribe if you like what you've seen. Give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't liked it, give us a thumbs down. Okay, thank you guys. See you next month. Bye for now.